We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And Diggs has it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd and 5. And it looks like they'll move things around here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Purdy. It's complete to Diggs. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Home troops right. Set.
Here's Herbert. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short pass caught by Henry. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Herbert. Along the sideline, it's his man Henry making the catch. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
They'll look to throw again. Going deep for Diggs.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Throwing here, Purdy. Right back to Njoku.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Purdy.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10. And now an audible here into something else. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey, his first rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert now. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The tight end Henry here in motion.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to...
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Christian Harris. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignment.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Ray.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. Pushing his way through. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger?
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Home troops right.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
McCaffrey running up the middle, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back.
This 2nd and 4.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Christian McCaffrey.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Herbert. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Herbert. And that's caught by Williams.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Deion Henley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown.